Thank you very much for watching. Much appreciated. It'd be lovely if you could subscribe and give a thumbs up. Many thanks, Johnny Warner. The iconic garage across here that we've been looking for, and we've been recommended by these two experts here at the deli, so that's where we're going to go. Want a good place to eat, speak to a local.
Really?
Johnny.
And as you see, I've been out of high school for a while.
A day or two, like me. This is his car out here.
Is it? That's beautiful.
That's beautiful. I wanted to comment when I came in, but there were three out here, and we got talking, and that's...
When I was a kid, when we went on vacation with Mom and Dad, we had these bingo. And used to, you know, if you saw that item, you'd slide the window open or close, whichever way. Auto bingo.
Good, yeah. Way of keeping the kids happy rather than, are we there yet? I love it. Ah, that's a beautiful painting, isn't it?
And
isn't that beautiful?
It's the same.
Again, Dick. Well, he's a fantastic artist for a truck driver. Yeah. I think he missed his vocation. I think he yeah.
But yeah, he did that too.
That's wonderful. What was your name, sir?
Ed. Well,
Ed.
I don't. My tag's out there,
right.
but I'm Ed.
Well, it's really good to meet you, Ed. Yeah. And this is absolutely wonderful.
Can you guess why the gas station closed in the 70s?
Now, there was a problem, wasn't there?
Well,
with oil in the 70s, but you see, because I'm from England, so we.
I'm
trying to remember. I'm trying to remember.
Because you'll never guess this one.
Go on.
The property, see the fence here?
Yeah.
And the fence there?
Yeah.
That's as wide as it was. So when the oil companies went to the big double tanker, they
couldn't come in. Mm-hmm. So right now, I would never have guessed that.
Well, that's why I thought I'm not going to let you beat
you.
Because
I was saying, you see, I mean, we had problems in the 70s getting oil, but of course, that was because of Saudi Arabia, where we got ours from, rather than across here. So,
so what the owners of the station at the time did, they had the groves up here, all the trees and everything.
Oh yeah.
And they contracted with these people, and they hauled fuel oil. Well, they would have to clean out the truck, load it with gas, and come down empty it, and then use it for the fuel oil again. Well, after a while, this was the only location that was getting gas.
Yeah.
And they said, you know, it's not worth it. They said,
not economic. No.
Well, then no gas station. So that was it.
Oh, that's
and it sat here looking like this.
Well, done a fantastic job. I presume it's Preservation Society. Yeah, I can see now. Yeah, it's wonderful. But I mean, people like you are the reason that, you know, Route 66 is so successful.
Well, and you see here, there was a garage behind the station. You can see.
Yeah. Isn't that beautiful with the snow and everything?
In fact, the Ravages of Time, the station came down, or the garage, and it was on that slab back there. That's the, that's the slab.
Wow.
And what we're doing now is raising funds, and we're going to rebuild that garage right here.
This is the Buy a Brick campaign?
Yes. And because this is a National Historical Registry, we have to make it look just like it was. So this is going to be, and it's going to be on that slab.
That's beautiful, isn't it? And I presume this is the original drawings, plans for the garage, pretty much.
Well, the shape, yes, and the exterior, but we're going to divvy it up differently inside. We're going to have a little meeting room so the community can come down.
Yeah, of course.
And then someone has donated a car, so we'll have an old car in there. And we've got lots of memorabilia, automobile items, gas station and everything, that we've got in storage all over, and we don't have room for it.
Right.
So then all this is going to be all the storage for all the items that we've got around.
That'll be wonderful. That will be absolutely wonderful.
I can't do a big one.
And you know, we've got a website. I'll give you our card.
Yeah, I'd love it. Yeah, can
follow.
Can I? And I'm, if you don't mind, because I'm doing a little YouTube when I come across. I've only got 107 subscribers, but be good if they're inspired to buy a brick or.
That's our leader, and he's the guy right there.
Oh right, right.
And he did.
So
this is the first.
well, you guys, I mean, you know, you deserve a medal for what you do. You do what you do. Because if it's not for passionate people like you, you know, because sadly in the modern world, it's not economic, is it? To you know, a lot of these little mum and pop places, they're lovely and romantic, but you know, big business dominates. It's like you know, going through LA and seeing there's nothing.
Yeah, you wouldn't even know it was Route 66.
No.
And there was a person in here Friday, and he was upset. He was from Florida on the motorcycle. He was leading the group.
Yeah.
And he was upset because he went to Santa Monica, you know, the end and everything, and all they had was that one signpost. So he wrote to the Chamber of Commerce and said, you know, what's the deal? This is the end. There should be some significance. And they said, well, you know, we don't have budget money, so.
Yeah, because to them, that
was their answer.
Is they're making money from the movie stars and all of that, and I suppose it's a fraction of 1% that Route 66 brings in. Whereas a place like Oatman, you know, that's the reason it survives.
Did you see the donkeys?
Oh yeah, the donkey. Actually, one of these patches, and I can't remember which one, was because of the donkey. I hadn't noticed that they were called Get Your Bricks. Get your bricks on Route 66.
Excellent. Get your bricks on Route 66,
baby. Anybody that's up for funding this, you should do, because they're rebuilding this wonderful garage, as we were told a little while ago. And these are wonderful people, and you know, without folk like you funding, these things don't happen. Look at this, there's a beautiful fair line here, belonging to the lovely guy I've just been speaking to, and we appear to have a broken down Britmobile. Some old fool there, he's trying to fill up, not reading the signs. You'll only hear that in the video though.
Is the Cadillac. You had the Cadillac Coupe de Ville.
Yeah.
You had the Cadillac Eldorado. You had the what else in Cadillac?
No, I mean now they got like Eldorado, all these things.
So they have the different models.
Yeah.
Models within that particular badge.
Range, yeah, right. So, but have you always been a Ford man then? Since buying that?
Because all I had, I used all my lawn cutting money. All I had was $400.
You're right.
I wanted the little T-Birds that they had, but they were already more expensive.
Yeah.
So all I could afford was that, and it was just a nice car. And you know, people said, well, you had the foresight to keep it. I said, well, thank you, but that's not right. They said, what do you mean? I said, well, when I went to get car number 2, I mean, when I bought the car, it was already 9 years old. So when I went to get car number 2, this was even older. And the guy said, well, I'll give you $50 as a trade-in. I said, 50? I'll keep it.
It's worth more to you, yeah.
And he said, go ahead. So I took it home, and something would break, and it would sit for months, and then I'd fix it and drive it again, and then something else. And just over the years, it just started getting old. And I thought, you know what? I should either do something with it or get rid of it. So I just started bringing it back to the way it was.
Brilliant.
It took me years to undo all the things I did as a kid. I mean, you know,
well, yeah, we do. That's what we do. There, we change them, and you know, I mean, some people are quite purists, and I always think, well, you know, back in the day, as I've got the car in the middle there, the most minor. First car, my dad insisted I had that because, yeah, I either bought it myself or he gave me a hand with financing it if I had the most traveller. So I had the most traveller because it made economic sense. But I hated it. But sort of then 40 years later, I go and buy another one. And, you know,
and you know, the things that I did as a kid, you know, kids, they didn't like the big steering wheel, so I got a little steering wheel and automatic. So I took it out and put in a 3-speed through the floor.
There you go.
And you know what the kids do, I raise the back end, reverse the shackles, put the big tires on, change it, put a big Holly carburetor. And so it was not the way it was supposed to be. And all those things, when I took them off, I threw them away.
Did you? Oh, wow.
So then I had to go out there and try and find the things. And I just decided it was time to either do something with it or get rid of it.
Well, I'm jolly pleased you did say, because that is one of the most beautiful cars. Well, I think it is the most beautiful car I've seen on Rt66.
I haven't done much with the engine compartment. I mean, the engine compartment is not as clean. But here,
oh, that'd be fantastic. And I love the white walls with the blue.
Oh, yes.
And that is, I mean, that touch is just wonderful. Crikey. That's a bit bigger than our little A-series engines.
Yeah, the big oil bath air cleaner.
Yeah, that is some air cleaner, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
So this is a V8.
Yes.
And the same engine that the Thunderbird has.
Yes.
Right.
The same engine as the Thunderbird.
That's quite something. It is beautiful.
But you know, I haven't put the same effort under the hood. You know, just but I still have.
Look at this.
I see this. But, you know, this is what I remember. Not all that space just packed. And that's why when I bought this, I never worked on cars as a kid. I bought that car 10 years ago in August, and I decided that thing is so simple. You know, there's nothing on it, just a 4-cylinder basic little engine. So I started learning to work on it. I'm very mechanical from both my grandfathers, but never cared about working on the car until I bought that. I work on it.
Well, and you know, I was in high school and I didn't have a lot of money for my car repair budget, so Dad and I took auto shop at a local high school in the evenings, so we could learn to work
together.
on the cars
together.
That's cool.
Because, well, like I said, I was just cutting lawns, and then at 18 I started working at a car wash, and that didn't pay real big. And if I wanted the car to run, I had to repair it myself.
Right.
Yeah, I fully understand that.
You did a magnificent job.
Did you say it was a 55? Did you say it was a 55?
56.
56.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry. All right.
Actually, the license plates are also 56, and they allow you to not put anything on the plate. They get on the back one, you know, for the new year.
Yeah.
They give you a little thing that you attach on the back, and you don't have to put anything on the plate because it's called a YOM plate, year of manufacture.
Right.
So the plate matches the year of the car.
Because in California, they have to have, unlike Kentucky, they got to have them front and back, like y'all do.
Right. Well, yeah,
have to have front and back.
like proper people do. Yeah. Yeah, back and front. Yeah.
Improper, but proper.
Yeah.
And look, I still have
But then.
glass.
Yeah. Right.
Oh,
But-
you do too.
Yeah, I do too.
You know why in Kentucky you don't have to have a back number though,
'Cause they're
or is it
always-
the front number?
They're always
the front.
in the rear end of the car because we outrun all
It's
the G-men.
well, I was going to say it's because you're all running moonshine.
That's right.
Yeah.
No one ever sees the front of your car.
You
You
don't-
only see the back end.
I was thinking more for the police to have a chance. You're bribing. I think you're bribing the local law enforcement. That's why you don't have to have your number plates. Yeah.
A little bit of liquor,
Any
a
old
little
thing.
bit of moonshine goes a long way.
But I've always loved this 50s style in the back on the rear, where you've got these covers over the rear wheels.
Oh,
What do you call
The wheel covers?
The,
Oh, no,
yeah,
the
on the
wheel skirts.
You call them skirts, right? Because I've always admired that. Because I mean, obviously, being in Britain, we thought everybody across here had a hot rodded car like this, and what you were you 16 when you bought this or older?
18.
18, right?
Because I was slow, and I was from Illinois. We lived out in the country,
Right.
And I didn't know how to drive or anything. So, when I got to be 18, well, actually, I was a month before I turned 18. Dad said, "Oh, they were close."
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
I talked to Dad, and he said, "Okay, well, let's go get it, and you got a month to learn how to drive it, so that you can get your license."
Wow. No, but it's beautiful. It's beautiful. I mean, I don't know how a 16-year-old would be able to, even in a wrecked condition. I don't know, how you could afford something like this. But I just keep hearing that, because we don't start driving till we're 17, and you have 16-year-olds. But yeah.
Look at him. He's so happy. Look at the grin on his face.
I know. Well, I'm not surprised. You guys, I credit to you, because you run a fantastic ship here.
Well,
and if it wasn't for people like you, people like me wouldn't come over from Britain.
And you know what? So we're going to see somebody's familiar name right
Absolutely, yeah. So I might have to come back.
We have a few foreigners here. I think we have one from Asia, and the other one's
Really?
here in Europe.
Oh well, you'll have two from Europe now.
Well, yeah, we have
Yeah.
one from Europe.
That's good.
I'm
Now, an unusual recommendation, but they're very proud of the hard work they've put into their restroom. So, for once, I'm filming inside the restroom. I'll do anything. Thank you very much for watching. Much appreciated. It'd be lovely if you could subscribe and give a thumbs up. Many thanks, Johnny Warner.